Hey everybody, I know it's been a couple days since I did a video. I try to get one every day. I did plan on doing a movie in the theater now video on Saturday. Actually did a start on it. I think I'll do that later in the week because I kind of ran out of time and I worked late yesterday. So today I do a short video, random pick of a monster magazine. Tomorrow probably going to do another perky jukebox with my little boy. That's always good for fun. Anyway, let's see which one I get here. All right, we're gonna dig through some magazines here. Pick a random one. What do we get? Friday the 13th, part 2. All right, everybody, this is Fangoria, number 12. Uh-oh, hang in there. The dog wants to go out. That dog right there wants to go out. All right, Rosemary, do it. Anyway, this is Fangoria number 12. Let's see what we got here. Monsters, Aliens, Bizarre Creatures. We got Hammer on TV, Michael Caine, The Hand, Clash of the Titans, and Friday the 13th Part 2. Don't open the fridge. I think this might have been one of the first, if not the first Fangoria I bought. I know I didn't get the first one. So here's an ad about Starlog. Starlog was like the big sci-fi magazine of that time. And you can see the stuff that was going on at the time, you know, there's Wonder Woman and Star Wars, it's Star Trek, special effects, spaceships. Anyway, Fangoria would have its little intro page here. Kind of go past the little notes section here. This was I don't know what this was. Ares Citadel of Blood. Sci-fi magazine with a free game in every issue. Huh. Never even heard of it. I don't know if that ever made it. The Pit and the Pen. Boris Karloff. Of course, if you've never seen Boris Karloff. There he is from The Haunted Strangler. Of course, famous as Frankenstein's monster. Probably most famous. So look, Oliver Stone, The Hand. So for any of you guys who don't know this, before Oliver Stone hit it big with movies like Platoon and Natural Born Killers and all that stuff, one of his first movies was The Hand with Michael Caine.
The oldest movie by release date is Passage to Venus on December 9th, 1874.
Alexa's getting involved. I don't know why. Anyway, here he is losing his hand in a horrible accident. And of course, it's one of those, the hand now is evil and killing people kind of stuff. Remember a lot of point of view shots of the hand chasing people. So anyway, here's Friday the 13th Part 2, which was actually at that point now a big deal because the first Friday the 13th was a huge hit. One of the big things from that movie, if you remember correctly, is the shrine to his mom with the mom's head. A lot of people consider Friday the 13th Part 2 the best of the series, and it really set the, set the standard for the kind of the format of the final girl and all that stuff. So here you got the guy in the wheelchair getting hit by the machete. Controversial, but hey, everyone was involved in the party. Here's the, I'm sorry, I'm getting a lot of glare here. Here is the two lovers getting staked all the way through them. Now, if you remember earlier, I mentioned Twitch of the Death Nerve by Mario Bava. This is essentially exactly a kill from that earlier movie, that earlier Italian movie. There's Jason, grown-up Jason makeup. Of course, this is before the hockey mask. The hockey mask didn't come in until late in part 3, 3D. There's that. There's the head in the refrigerator, always a classic move. Yep, here he is coming with his spike. Oh, look, on the set photo, gotta have those. Better subscribe to Fangoria. I'm sure at some point my dad filled out that form to get me the Fangoria subscription. So Knightriders, probably never heard of Knightriders. This was a Romero movie So a lot of George Romero's movies were not very good after he did Night of the Living Dead and Dawn of the Dead and all that. That was kind of his claim to fame. He kept trying to make other movies. Creep Show probably being the biggest hit he had other than the Living Dead movies. But Knightriders was a little movie about gangs, if I remember correctly, gangs of motorcycle riders, but they also would dress up like knights and like joust or something weird like that. The weirdest thing about this movie is, as far as I know, it was one of the first movies to feature Ed Harris. It started getting him noticed. Of course, he did also appear in Creep Show, and then after that he went on to really lots of claim and fame as a serious actor. But he started out in really cheesy movies with knights on motorcycles. When does that happen? Oh, I think the dog is ready. Let's go get her back inside. What you doing, girl? There she is. That is Rosemary. So what else do we got in this episode? Let's see. Or this issue, I should say. I don't know. There's something about cartoons. Fantasy modeling. There's lots of stuff in here. Creating dioramas. Lots of stuff that... Oh, kit bashing and scratch building. So kit bashing, that was a big deal back then because a lot of what was happening at the time with all the Star Wars and the spaceship models and everything they had, the very intricate ones, they were known to have ripped apart existing model kits and using pieces from that to make these big models. Now Hammer, I love Hammer. Talked about Hammer movies before. There was a British production company that did lots of good horror from the 60s especially, maybe some in the 50s too. I guess they were at some point going to be doing a TV series in the 80s. I don't know much about that. They really are known for their movies though in the 70s. Oh, someone got stabbed, that's not good. Corman, so Roger Corman is known for a lot of his Edgar Allan Poe movies and then lots of B movies. Death Race 2000, lots of stuff. So there he is when he was working with Vincent Price on the Edgar Allan Poe movies. That was from House of Usher. Here it is from The Premature Burial, another Poe movie. Tomb of Ligeia, another Poe movie. These all had Vincent Price. And look at all these soundtracks you can get. Dark Star, Early Carpenter. Dress to Kill. Touch of Evil. Mad Max, look at that. Of course you got Star Wars. So there's a lot of good stuff there. And then more soundtracks. First Man in the Moon. It's Alive too. If you've never seen It's Alive, that's definitely something to remember. This is pretty early. Dawn of the Dead. North by Northwest. Good stuff. King of the Gimmicks, William Castle. So if no one's ever known about William Castle made the original House on Haunted Hill. Most of his movies would have some sort of a gimmick. So for example, here's a poster for The Tingler. Do you have the guts to sit in this chair? Can you take Percepto? Can you take When the Tingler Breaks Loose? The Tingler. Guaranteed. Let's see if we get this to focus in here. The Tingler will break loose. Yeah, let's see. I'm trying to get this focused. Okay, it's not cooperating, is it? Anyway, the Tingler, they would actually wire up some of the chairs in the theater. I don't know how many actually did this, but to give a small electric shock. He did a lot of other gimmicks too, and I think they probably show a few of them here. Straight Jacket was the comeback with Joan Crawford, where she's an axe-wielding maniac. Pretty cool. House on the Haunted Hill original. So there was a scene where the skeleton comes out of the water and comes at you, I think, or comes after you. And in some of the theaters, they would rig it up so a skeleton would come off from behind the screen and go floating across the audience. So here's Rosemary's Baby. I'm not sure how that got involved. He might have been a producer on Rosemary's Baby. It might have been his biggest commercial success. And there you got Vincent Price with the skeleton, the House on the Haunted Hill. Good stuff. Tobe Hooper. Talking to Tobe Hooper. It's about the time he was making the movie Funhouse, which was kind of his 80s slasher flick. It's a pretty good one. Kind of unknown these days. Of course, most well known for his great job with Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and of course he did Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, which is quite a cheesy masterpiece in itself. Oh, Starlog. Now we're just getting to the ads at the end. Space 1999 Notebook. I loved Space 1999, at least the first series. First season. Here it has got blueprints and stuff. I love that kind of stuff. I don't think I ever got that, but I would have liked to have had it. Fangoria. Here's some more about the hand. Comes to the end of the episode. Kane is weird in that one. Inseminoid. Well, this is cheesy space. I guess it was a alien that would inseminate humans and make alien babies. I don't know. I don't know if I think I might have seen it at some point, but I don't remember it very well. What else we got here? Oops. There's some more stuff from Inseminoid. Looks pretty gross. Haha, the Howling's leading werewolf, Elizabeth Brooks. Don't remember much about her. Apparently she was in the original Howling, I believe. I'm going to put you through that. I'm having a hard time getting that page. Horror Comics. Is that old Batman? Yeah, it's old Batman. Don't know much about this. The Occult Ghost Detective. Of course, EC Comics is the thing you really want to talk about. All the Tales from the Crypt and all that stuff. We'll have to go back and look at some of those. Oh, they had a little creature on Clash of the Titans. Feature on that. Of course, the great Ray Harryhausen helped with all the models and stuff on Clash of the Titans. You can see there, he's doing the actual model with a little cutout of the guy. And eventually they put him in there. They probably gave him scale so he knew what to make it look like. Which is into the monster miniatures you can get if you want them. The ends of different articles. Carl Fullerton's work making Jason for part 2. Oh, look, there's the crazy old guy that would be like, I wouldn't go out there, you crazy kids, unless you want to deal with what happened out there at Camp Crystal Lake. And we're about to the end of the episode. Here are some monster masks you can make. Dawn Post Masquerade. Look at all the masks you can get. Definitely Star Wars is still going strong. You got some stuff from the good old Salem's Lot there, it looks like. Just some generic monster masks you could get. Yeah, there you are. And you can see there the prices. Spock would have been $65. Darth Vader was only $50. Chewbacca was $65. C-3PO was $35. So I bet you now to go back and find these masks, get the actual originals of those, probably cost you, I don't know, hundreds if not $1,000. Well, that will be all for today. That was another issue of Fangoria, number 12. And if you like to have more of that or something a little different or whatever, let me know. Bye.